welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, welcome. Karibuni sana. My name is Rose and I'm so glad to have you here. So today, as the title of my video says, we are going to be talking about the types of natural hair that we have. So there are four, I think these are the four major ways of knowing the type of hair that you have. And number one is something that is called a curl pattern. Before I continue, if you see me looking down or if you hear me flipping some pages, just know that I'm referring to some of the things that I wrote down, just so that I may not forget anything that is important or leave out anything that is going to be of help. So yeah, number one, as I've said, is the curl pattern. And the curl pattern is the natural state that your hair grows in. And when it comes to the curl patterns, we have the 1/2A, which is the straight curl pattern. For the one is like the bone straight. Then the 2A is it's straight, but it has kidogo waves, just kidogo waves. And then we have the type 2B/3A. This is the wavy type of hair. This is the wavy hair that has the wavy curl pattern. And then we have the type 3B, which is wavy and curly at the same time. And then we have the type 3C, which is tight and curly. It is tight curly hair. Then we have the type 4A, which is kinky curly. It has the kinky curly curl pattern. And then we have the type 4B/4C, which is the kinky hair that has tight coils. How you can be able to differentiate between a 4B and 4C type of hair is by looking at the ends of your hair. If you wash them, both types of hair are going to shrink. But how you can be able to differentiate is that the 4C has some knots at the end, but for the 4B, it's going to be straight. So the second thing that we are going to talk about is something that is called hair porosity. And hair porosity is how well your hair is able to absorb moisture and retain it. We have hair that has high porosity, we have hair that has medium porosity, and then we have hair that has low porosity. So hair that has high porosity is hair that is able to easily absorb moisture but is not able to retain it. Like the moisture or the water dries up quickly. This type of hair is prone to a lot of tangling and a lot of freezing. How you can be able to avoid such things from happening is by using products that have things like coconut oil, products that have castor oil, products that have avocado oil, products that have olive oil, and products that have shea butter. And you can also use leave-in conditioners and sealers and also moisturizers, just to be able to absorb that moisture in your hair. Now we go to hair that has medium porosity. And for medium porosity is hair that just allows the right amount of moisture in your hair, and at the same time it is able to retain just the right amount of moisture. So this one is a type of hair that can easily be manipulated. Like, it's hair that you can play around with a lot, and it is also able to hold up your hairstyle. So for this one, you should do occasional protein deep conditioning treatments. Then we come to hair that has low porosity. So hair that has low porosity is difficult to absorb moisture, but the moment it absorbs this moisture, the moisture stays there, like it is able to retain the moisture in the hair. So this type of hair is actually considered to be healthy. Yeah, and it is often shiny. So this type of hair is also like you're supposed to use products that are protein free for your conditioners, for example. So you should get products that have things like glycerin or honey. And then you should get also moisturizers that have shea butter, jojoba oil, and mineral oil, and also coconut oil. You should also get products that are light or liquid based products that won't leave your hair feeling oily or greasy. How can you know the porosity of your hair? One is when you wash your hair. So if your hair doesn't absorb, like if the hair does not retain water for a long time, then you have high porosity hair. And if your hair, like, it does not easily absorb moisture, like you need a lot of water, like you need to use a lot of water, but the moment that water is in there, like it stays, your hair retains it, then you have low porosity hair. So then we have the medium normal, EO2, like that one, it just takes in the right amount of moisture, and at the same time it retains the right amount. And then we have another way of knowing the porosity of your hair is by doing something called the float test. So the float test is done by taking a clear glass of water and then filling it with water halfway filled, and then like you take a few strands of your hair. You can take from the front, sides, and then the back, and then put these strands in the glass and then leave it for about 10 minutes or so. And if your hair is going to be floating, then your hair has low porosity. If your hair is going to be at the middle, it's going to be medium or normal porosity. And then if your hair is going to sink, then your hair will be having high porosity. So move on to the next one, which is hair density. And hair density is, okay, just as the name suggests, it's the amount of strands of hair that you have on your head. So for this one, we have thick density, we have thin density, and then we have normal or medium density. So thick density is like how sasa when you're kona nywele mingi, thick, just as the name suggests, thick hair. So for people who have thick hair, they should use products that are concentrated, and they should also use a lot of products. For people with hair that has thin density, it's the opposite. Like you use products that are less concentrated, and you also use lesser products. So that's just it for hair density. I believe I've not left anything out. medium density kama kawaida, like hiyo ni nywele tu ya kawaida, kawa hair, kawaida, normal, kawaida hair. So last but not least is something called hair thickness or a strand size. And this is the size of your individual strands, like one strand on your hair, a single strand of your hair. So this is what we call hair thickness or a strand size. And this helps you to know the amount of manipulation that your hair can handle, and also whether your hair is prone to damage or not. And in this category, we have thick strands, then we have thin strands, and we have medium strands. So one important thing that you should know is that thick strands are also called coarse strands. Let me just confirm that. Yes, thick strands are also called coarse strands, and thin strands are also called fine strands. Medium strands are also called normal strands. So for thick strands, these are the when we go back to the curl patterns, people with type 1 or the straight curl pattern are the ones who have thick strands or coarse strands of hair. So for people like us who are 4Cs, 4Bs, 4As, 3C, we mostly lie between the mediums and the thin strands. So how you are able to assess whether your hair is thick, thin, or medium is by using a thread. So if your hair is the same size as the thread, then it means it is medium or just normal. It's just like normal. It has normal hair thickness or it has medium thickness. And if your hair is thicker than the thread, then it means that your hair is of coarse strands, or it has your hair has thick strands. Yes, that is what I was looking for. And if your hair is thinner than this piece of thread, then it means that your hair has fine strands or it has thin strands. I believe we are together up to that. Hey. Whew. We are together up to that point. My gosh, I need some water. Anyway, guys, so for the thick hair strands, they are considered to be the strongest, and they can also handle being manipulated. They can handle being combed, being straightened, being styled almost all the time, and they won't be damaged. And this one, they also use heavier products compared to the thin strands, whom will use, once again, liquid based products or lighter products, same as people who have thin hair density. So yeah, and medium or normal kama kawaida, it's just normal, it's just okay hair, it is there. So yeah, and with that I have come to the end of today's video, and I hope that you have learned a thing or two, and I hope that the next time people out there with natural hair or people who have knowledge about their hair are talking about such things that they are not going to be vocabularies to you anymore, that you will also slap them with those terms. You will also be there and be telling them, you know guys, me, I'm a 4B type of hair, or you know guys, my hair is highly porous, so I need a lot of moisture. I need to go in with a lot of sealers. I need to use a lot of leave-in conditioners. You know, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Slap them with those terms. Slap them with those terms and show them that you're also a classy naturalista. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. And make sure you leave a comment down below, by the way, and let me know if you know the curl pattern of your hair, if you know your hair porosity, if you know your hair density, or if you know the thickness of your hair. And if you didn't know, then you can go and try some of the tests, like the float test. You can when you wash your hair next, you can know, is it highly porous, does it have low porosity, by the way it is able to absorb, it is able to absorb and retain moisture, and all that good stuff. So for me, by the way, I am a 4C type of hair with high porosity, thick density, and thin strands. Sawa sawa. So you can also leave a comment down below and tell me your curl pattern, tell me the porosity of your hair, tell me the density of your hair, and also the size of your strands. And yes, let's engage on my social media platforms, which I have linked in the description below. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for clicking, and do not forget to subscribe. Click on that red button down there that is written subscribe. Please click on it so that you may join this family. And besides that subscribe button is a bell. Hit that notification bell so that the next time I upload a video, you are notified. Bye bye guys, and see you on the next one. Thank you.